We spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos about Morocco before we traveled there. We couldn't help but notice that most of these videos are made by reasonably young people. So we decided to make our own. We're not young, but we decided to travel for a month with backpacks and only the vaguest idea of where we were going. So welcome to our traveling series, where you can watch short, to-the-point videos showing each place that we went to. Enjoy! Alright, it's coming up to 8:45 and no bus yet. As independent travelers, getting to Merzouga is a bit of a challenge. As you may have seen in episode 7, Merzouga is largely a place of package tours and people with their own cars, rental or otherwise. For us, we got there using public transit from Midelt to Merzouga. It took a local bus from Midelt bus station to Rizani, a small town near Merzouga. So today we're going from Midelt to Erfurt. Then we learned that our bus goes to Rizani. We thought we had to go to Rizani to meet the camel guys. It's a lot of confusion, a huge amount of confusion back and forth. Then we went, or now we're going to Merzouga in a grand taxi. From the deserted bus station in Rizani, we took a small tuk-tuk-like vehicle to a grand taxi station, which then took us to Merzouga. Okay, so now we're in Merzouga. We've gone to Rosini. We took a three-wheeler to the Grand Taxi. We took a Grand Taxi to Merzouga. And then theoretically somewhere around maybe soon, we're going to be picked up. And we'll be taking 40 kilometers away from here. We stayed in Merzouga traditional tents. It cost us 72 Canadian dollars for one night. Okay, so we are in the desert, and this is our tent. So that's pretty good. And we have an actual bathroom here in a tent, which is amazing. And,
nicer than the Airbnb.
The tents were great, with our own bathroom and shower, electricity, and even Wi-Fi. The bed was comfy. The location was right in the desert and not too close to other companies, of which there are many. Every company has a dining tent where guests eat dinner and breakfast. Both meals were quite traditional and were wonderful. We had some nice conversations with the other guests as well. All right, so now we find ourselves in the desert here in Morocco. And, well, basically, I'm on a camel. After meeting the manager of the company, we went straight to the camels. There were at least 20 of them waiting for tourists, and we climbed aboard. Our local guide walked along in front. We rode the camels for about an hour with stops for dune jumping and taking photos. So, some of you might be wondering what it's like to ride a camel in the Sahara Desert. what it is. It's pretty bumpy. There's a definite up and down motion. My camel is pretty quiet. The camel over there complained a lot at first, but now very quiet. Everything's okay. It's a bit mellow. It's certainly mellow. I mean, you're looking at these amazing dunes. Bunyo's a very nice guy. Just the two of us. Other than me talking and the sound of footsteps, camel steps. Completely quiet. There's hardly any wind. It's maybe 22, 23 degrees out here. All in all, it's a very, very mellow, relaxing experience. I think if I had to do it along the Silk Road from, say, Xi'an to Tashkent, I think I might walk funny after that, But we're only going to be doing this for a relatively short period of time. I don't know how long. But, I think we're going to be okay. What do you think of riding a camel?
Pretty good.
So that's it. That's what it's like. Riding a camel. We watched a beautiful sunset, then proceeded to our glamping tents. After putting our stuff away, we walked around the surrounding dunes, amazed by the location. So we've seen a lot of sunsets from beaches before.
This is different.
This is the biggest beach ever.
Yes, with no water.
It's a crazy low tide.
Very dry.
To be honest, I might have been a bit cynical about this activity, as it is extremely touristy. But this was a truly remarkable experience. The desert is everything you have ever imagined and is a must-see when in Morocco. Yes, it took us 2 days to get to Merzouga by public transportation, but it was absolutely worth it. We spent one very comfortable night, then woke up super early to watch the sunrise over the desert. Okay, believe it or not, it's 5:30 in the morning, and we're here to see the sunrise on the Sahara Desert. That's the moon over there, by the way, and then over there is the sun coming up. Remarkable in every way. This one is simple. The biggest surprise was how incredible the desert is. Again, it's easy to see these kinds of activities as overly touristy, a little bit like riding an elephant in northern Thailand. But we were legitimately in awe of our surroundings. Walking these dunes was an experience that everyone has to do at least once in their lives. If you decide to get to Merzouga independently using public transit, be prepared for long journeys and hours spent at bus and grand taxi stations. There were times when we weren't 100% sure where we were going, but the locals were always happy to help out, even if they told us different information at times. As with the rest of Morocco, we felt completely safe, even in dusty rural places. Be sure to pay close attention to the weather. In April, it was perfect, with temperatures in the low 20s during the day and mid-teens at night. In winter or summer, things would be very different. To conclude, if you find yourself in Morocco, go to Merzouga, ride a camel, look at the sun going down and coming up, and walk around amazing sand dunes. We can't comment on the many package tours that leave from Fez or Marrakesh, but we can say that we made it on our own And we now have lifelong memories of a truly unforgettable experience.